All right, so happy Monday morning. It is Monday, right? I know it's Monday because nothing's working right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've got to fix this here just a little bit. Let's do a flying key, run to A, toggle on air. There we go, sort of, but now I'm off the camera. We'll fix that here in a minute. Sort of. I'm sort of back. Can anybody hear me? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on here. Good morning. Good morning. I think it's working, but I can't be sure. If somebody can just give me a thumbs up in chat if I'm actually making it to you, that would be great. 10-4 over. We can hear you, says 7. 7, great. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. In that case, Maureen Smith, congratulations on this Boxing Day, this day after Christmas. The gift you received from me is the internet. You said, good morning, all. Hope everyone has had an amazing Christmas. We did, and now you get an amazing Boxing Day by owning the internet. So congratulations. Thank you for being first in chat today. It was an amazing Christmas. Happy Christmas to you, Kathy, Katrina, Anna Globes here. Bella, good morning. Good to see you here. Mom's in. Good morning. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. We did. KQD says, morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. Golden Mom, welcome. Cup of Joe, Tater Tot, Last Poet. I didn't click on Last Poet. Let me try it again. Last Poet. There you go. 7, I mentioned you a minute ago. Thanks for the 10-4. Good morning, Carol, Maureen, Katrina. Thank you for that. I think, Katrina, you are our first mod in chat. Congratulations this morning. And Abby's here as well. Abby, happy Boxing Day. Hope you're having a great one over there. Merry Christmas, everyone. Love from the UK, says Carly. Golden Girl, Samantha Terry, Ginger Meadows. Gordon's in the house. Good morning. Let's see. The list is getting longer, faster than I can read. MB, Bella, Michelle, Katrina, Laura, Katrina again. Katrina's busy this morning. Big Boy, welcome. CG in Texas. How are you doing down there? Weather Watch is here. We might check in with Weather Watch here if he's got a moment. Of course, I have to set something up on my side first to make that happen. I'll work on that now. Just playing around in Discord, so out of Discord now, and we'll get Zoom running. Okay, what is Boxing Day? MB, great question. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. I think originally it was designed to be a day when you give gifts to the poor, but sort of it's become, correct me if I'm wrong here, my UK friends in Canada and Australia and everything, it's generally only celebrated in the UK and the Commonwealth type countries. And it's the day after Christmas, and you give like a gift to somebody. It's like an extended Christmas. It's like Christmas wasn't enough, so you get another one. It's sort of like another shopping day as well. I think it's a holiday. Good morning, everyone in Recovery Addict. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. I had a fabulous one, Michelle. I hope you did as well. I can hear you, says Golden Mom. We got lots of thumbs up, so I'm way behind in chat. I was going to announce, actually, I'll announce it right here. I'm going to announce it right now. This fun delay we have between when I talk and when you hear me is going to go away. I've ordered no delay. That's what I've ordered. Sort of like judges can order no cameras in the courtroom, which we don't like. Well, I ordered no delay, and I did that by upgrading my internet, which should happen tomorrow afternoon. So by midweek, I should be able to stream with almost no delay, and you'll be able to respond and hear me in nearly real time. So maybe about a second between me saying it and you hearing it. As of right now, it's about 10 to 15 seconds, which is a little frustrating and makes conversation a little painful. But the faster internet is on its way, and hopefully it'll be great. As the sunshine is, it's just peeking into my right eye right now. Good morning, fellow icicles, says CG. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Let's see. Sorry, Weather Watch, I'm taking forever. Okay. There we go. Okay. It was cold here. As a matter of fact, I got up at 2:30 in the morning thinking, I'm sure my pipes have frozen. I'm sure it's just, I'm listening. I'm like, do I hear the sound of like gushing water under my house or, in my basement or something? And I went around, checked all the faucets. They were all running. Water was so cold. Oh, my goodness. We don't get water this cold in North Carolina very often. But the water is so cold. And I don't think anything is broken yet. But if we had a couple more days of this, I think it might freeze. But this is the last, I think it's the last of the really cold days. I'll have to check with Weather Watch on that one. Let's see. Do I have, let me turn this off and check this. Doing a million things. I apologize. Trying to get Lumia Stream up and running. Turn down this quality. There we go. Restore chat. Yeah. Weekend is rough. The weekend is really rough. Okay, so what did I miss here? Let's see. Laura says, present. TW's here. Good morning. Okay. Boxing Day is really just a name now, says Abby. It's just a holiday, another day off. Regifting day or stand in line and return day, depending on how things went. Do you give gifts with like return receipts to people? Is that a thing, or is that like is that a no-no? You sound better. Hope you're feeling better. I am almost 100% better. Almost. I think by tomorrow I will be. Belated happy birthday to our Christmas babies. We had a couple in the house that had birthdays yesterday, I think, or along the Christmas weekend. Toxic, good morning, everyone. Hope you all had a beautiful Christmas and safe and snug. Yeah, it's nice and cool in here because it gets so hot with all the lights and everything running, all the machinery that I've rerouted all the heating to not come into this room at all, and now I'm regretting my decision. But maybe I'll change that here in a minute. Let's see. We've got a couple things I wanted to talk about today. Actually, court-related, trial-related. A little bit with Sarah Boone, a little bit with the Vallow, Lori Vallow, Daybell, Chad. The people with 4 names. I'm going to look at that a little bit and ask you a question, really, when it comes actually on the Vallow one. We'll start with that. I was reading through the judge's order, as they ordered a while back that we wouldn't have any cameras in the courtroom for the duration of the trial. And that decision is not appealable, I might add, but also it was supported by both the prosecution and defense. So it's not going to change. We're not going to get cameras in there. But in reading through specifically, he says he's only going to ban video, and the audio will still be available through the court's audio system, meaning that news stations can't come in and put in their own cameras or their own microphones wherever they want. They'll have to use whatever audio is available through the court system, which will mean it's going to be a pretty poor audio system, but it probably will more closely follow the rules as to what is picked up and what is not. And I was wondering if that were available, if we were to get that feed, is that something you'd want to listen to? I mean, it takes you back to the old wireless days where you all huddle around the radio and listen to, the stories of, how the world was coming to an end or whatever else. Is that something that you would be interested in doing, in listening to that case, if we can get that feed? So is Boxing Day a thing in America? Oh, where'd that go? Is it a public holiday as well? No. Professor Phil, it's not a thing here in America. meaning as it's not a holiday. But a lot of companies give extended vacation days around the Christmas season, especially when it falls on a Sunday. So there's like an extra, you usually get 2 work days off for Christmas. So if it fell on a Friday, you'd get Thursday and Friday off. Well, it fell on a Sunday, so you get like Sunday and Monday off. Some people give Friday and Monday off as well. Just depends on your company. KQD says, fiber? I wish I had fiber. They ran fiber in front of my house, and there's not a node. They just ran it all the way down the street to the water tower in town, because apparently you need fiber internet to check the level of the water in the water tower, where I think dial-up would be just as fast transmitting the amount of data they need. But so we have fiber to the water tower and nothing else. So hopefully fiber will be available soon. Let's see. I think, yep, Matthew Harris and WeatherWatch sent me a photo. I think it's the same photo, but they were able to meet up in real life. So let me see if I can share this one. Over the weekends, they were able to connect and discuss all things true crime related. Let's see here. Give me just a second. Okay. Trying to see my screen through the glint in my eye, this bright light. It's not working very well. I'll bring them in right here. Okay. All right, here we go. So this is WeatherWatch and Matthew Harris actually meeting in person. Proof finally that they are not the same individual, and that they're actually distinct personages. But they were able to meet up over the weekend. Let's see if we've got a recounting of the events. Let's see, Matthew. I think what WeatherWatch was saying, what are the odds? These two individuals, WeatherWatch and Matthew Harris, would have never probably met up in real life if it weren't for this channel. He's like, isn't that cool that you're part of that? And I think that's cool that you guys made me a part of that. That is amazing. I think awesome people tend to find awesome people in this life, but it's nice to know that you found it through this channel. So, thank you very much for the picture as well, and congratulations on being able to meet up. Okay, I can't see anything. I should have asked for blinds for Christmas, but instead of asking for blinds, I did something better. Let's see, is that turned on? Hold tight here just for a second. I can't see what you can see because it's so stinking bright. Okay. All right, everything's set up. Okay, so if you can see this, Mrs. R.A. got me, my son came in and brought me his shades to wear. I'm not sure if they fit me very well. I know. What would you rate these as? I'm not sure if it's really my style or my face fit, but now I can't see anything. They're very dark. But my wife, Mrs. R.A., got me a gift. Thank you. I'll pass on the glasses. I think the light will move eventually. And she got me this right here. It's an amazing microphone boom arm that goes anywhere I want it to go and frees up all the space in front of me right here so I can have my coffee cup without spilling on my laptop or having to reach around to type on the computer or peer around it to push the buttons. I'm so excited. I've wanted one of these since it's probably been over 2 years that I wanted one of these and just couldn't justify buying it. And she made it happen for Christmas, which was amazing. So I'm super excited. I also happened to get her something that was sort of helpful for her channel because I got her a ring light and a recording system that's over in the corner over here, so that she doesn't have to fight with me for the same camera and lighting system. And she can record when she wants, and I can record when I want. And it's a win-win, I think. But so we both got a little bit of something for Christmas for our channels. Okay, the sun is both eyes now. Tina Pruitt should have been here 8 minutes ago. Tina, you're late, but welcome. Good to have you here. It was so cold when I went for my 3-mile walk. My glasses froze. I had icicles on them. Oh my goodness, 3 miles in that. That is freezing. That's freezing. Let's see. I'm just now getting to a point where I can read the screen. Weatherwatch says I have to get a few things caught back up with work. I have the stream up and listening though. Awesome. Okay, if you do pop in, that's cool. I'm not sure how long we're going to run today, so no stress. Don't worry about it. Kangaroos box every day. They do. I would not want to be boxed by a kangaroo. The way I've seen it, it looks quite vicious. They're actually sort of mean. My husband and my brother-in-law heated our frozen kitchen pipes in this past weekend with a space heater and put heat strips on pipes. MB, I was Saturday evening, actually Christmas Eve. I had to run to Lowe's, and I showed up at Lowe's, and there was an older couple who were there. That first they were pulling into the parking stall right next to my car, and I don't think they saw that there was one of those flat carts, like a trolley, like a loading cart in there. And they were about to drive in and just crunch their car against this heavy steel cart. And so I grabbed it and dragged it out of the way up and over the curb as they were pulling in. And they saw me doing it. They're like, oh, thanks, because they would have just totaled themselves on it. And so I'm like, oh, no problem, Merry Christmas, and went in the store. And they ended up... Oh, I'll put the chats on the screen. There we go. They ended up wandering around the store, and they were completely lost. And of course, I'm not going to blame Lowe's, but they're minimally staffed right now. Okay, right before Christmas Eve, they all want to be home with their families as well. But there were like no employees that could help anyone in the store that we could find, and they were wandering around. I could see that they were looking for something. I was looking for something, and none of us knew where to go. And I ended up walking up to them and saying, "Hey." I was walking by them, and I said, "Hey," again, cause I recognized them from out in the parking lot. And I was wearing because it was so cold, I was wearing my big ice fishing jacket, which has like big yellow and black letters across the back. Doesn't look like anything like Lowe's, but I don't think they could read it. They thought I worked there because I had like a name on my shirt. And I'm like, "Oh, excuse me, can you tell me?" And then they saw that I wasn't employed. They're like, "Oh, sorry, we thought you worked here." I'm like, "No, what is it? What are you looking for? I've got time. I can, let me help you a little bit and find what it is in the store." And they said our pipes just exploded at home, and it's the one to our bathroom, and we need to cap it, and we can we'll fix it later, but we need to cap it so we can turn our water back on in the rest of the house. And so I found out what kind of pipes they had and said, "Here's what to do." And we led them to a little tool. It's called a shark bite. If you've ever done any work in your house on PEX lines, shark bite is the easiest tool to put on. It's a quick fix. And they're pretty nice. I love them. Anyway, so I told him how to use it, and it saved him buying a huge crimping machine and everything. And said, "Here's what you do. Here's how to put it on." And he already knew the size of his pipe and everything. So they were very grateful. And as soon as I helped them with that, I was like right next to what that was. What I was looking for. So I found it. And we just had a good day. It was like, "Hey, Merry Christmas." I'm glad I bumped into you, because I would have still been wandering the store looking for my item had I not found theirs first. But it was cool. It has been cold though. Frozen pipes is a big thing. So MB, I'm hopefully you didn't have any breaks on your lines there. I always give the gifter a receipt, says Toxic. Okay, that's very thoughtful of you. You mostly don't want to be boxed by a red kangaroo. You'll lose and end up badly injured in hospital without a doubt. I've seen a video on YouTube don't look it up because it's really not very pretty at all. But a kangaroo and a dog got in a scuffle, and the kangaroo was winning. And then the owner had to come in and sort of rescue his dog. But the dog was in pretty bad shape. Let's see. Roger's here with his wrench, fixing all the gray problems in the world. Here to help. Good to have you here. I often listen to your channel while on my walk, even on rewatch. Wonderful, Momsen. That's amazing. I got a ton. Let me just say, I got a ton of comments from y'all. Just over I said y'all, from you all. I've been in North Carolina long enough. It just slips off the tongue. Just wishing me and my family a Merry Christmas, and it was so neat. I tried to reply to almost every. I think I've got two more I haven't replied to, but I tried to reply to every single one of them. Those two came in last night. But just people wishing me and my wife and my kids a Merry Christmas and saying good things about the channel and good wishes for next year. And it was really heartwarming to see all that. I got to share those with the family a little bit, and it was neat. Kathy talking about Daybell. There will be audio. Most likely will be available the day after. Nate Eaton from East Idaho News will be providing it. I'm sure others too. I was listening to Nate this morning. I think I was reading something from him this morning. So that will be good. Maybe we can tap into that. But I think that the schedule, whether it'll be the day after or the day of, I think that's what's not clear. I haven't seen. Well, we'll have to follow that, because I think that they would actually let that out live. I don't think that would be an issue, just from how I read the judge's order, but we'll see. You may be correct on that one more than me. Let's see. Let's see. We've got a few more. I use a 14.4 dial-up modem. Those, I had a 28. It was 2800 baud, I think, was the slowest speed I remember growing up. But that was slow. That was really slow. That was long before Al Gore invented the internet. Weather Watch is the tall one, says Matthew Harris. It was a great picture. Cute little fellers. I wanted to bring up something as well about Sarah Boone, because I think I've been telling you wrong. I went back through and read the documents, and I think all the regulars on Discord already knew this, but I think I had it backwards. From how I read it, this last week there were supposed to be two. Well, the record shows there were two hearings scheduled, one on the 20th and one on the 22nd. When I read the notes, it looks like on the 20th, Sarah Boone was there, but her lawyer was not there. So her lawyer pulled a no-show the day after he asked to be removed from the case. Then on the 22nd, there was a reschedule with a mandatory appearance by her lawyer. Basically, the judge ordering, like subpoena power type order, the attorney to be there. And we don't have the notes on that one yet as to what has happened. I was going to check this morning. It's possible that we have them in there. The court just hasn't filed them. So we're going to keep an eye out down there. I was going to pull that up this morning. I forgot. Let's see where we are. It's California. Still nothing from the California Highway Patrol yet on my request down there about the gentleman who got bit by the dog. Let's see, where is... Okay, I've got a million things pulled up, and none of them are what I need. Let's go back to my Orange County. I was looking at Jeremy DeWitt as well. That might be interesting to follow with his violation of parole. Okay, Sarah Boone, here she is. Just going to do an up-to-the-minute record search for her just to see if anything else has been filed on that case, because we want to know what's up with the lawyer, whether or not he's had his request granted or something similar. Okay. All right. We have minutes from the 20th, but not from the 22nd. So we're still waiting. Everything still appears to be on for the 30th of the hearing, as a hearing. So possibly today that'll get updated this morning, but we'll keep an eye on that. Because if the judge granted his motion to withdraw that he filed on the 19th, I expect that hearing date, or the trial date, on the 30th of January to push. Can I get a mod salute, says Roger. Salute. Let's see. Love our mods. Hope you had a good Christmas. Wonderful. It just makes you shine on my TV. The light is finally passing. Hey, I can see myself. And I'm not centered, and there's not enough headroom, and there's all sorts of problems, but let's go this way. Yeah. We'll adjust it later. Did all of my dads out there get their yearly allotment of socks yesterday, says Matthew. I did not get any socks yesterday. No socks, no ties. But I've trained my kids appropriately. So, Michelle, is a wonderful gift. I'm so excited about this. Toys like this, and it is a toy. They are perfect for me. I love it. And I'm super excited about the one I got her too. So I think you were commenting on the one that I got her, which I think she's going to love because the lighting is so much better than my lighting. Those ring lights just do a fantastic job. We appreciate how you share your husband, says KQD. She's amazing. She's probably watching on the live stream or we'll catch up later today. Any GPS directions in Lowe's? CG, I've really taken, what I do is as I walk into the store when I go to Lowe's, I pull out my phone and I log into the Lowe's website. And as long as you log in and tell them which store you're at, then you can search on the website and it will tell you what aisle and what shelf your item is. Because I'm pretty sure that's what the employees do. If they don't know where it is, they just pull it out on their little smartphone. But sometimes I have to prove to them they have something in stock because I'm looking on their website and they're like, oh, it looks like there is one. And then they'll help me. But Mom's in says, I'm on a health commitment to walk 10,000 steps every day for a year. I'm on day 234, hence walking in the below freezing weather. Treadmill, not an option. Bothered my hip and knees. I wore 4 coats. Mom's in. I was going to say treadmill on days like that, but yeah, if that's not good on your hips and knees, that's no good. That's amazing. 10,000 steps every day for a year. That's really good. And you're like 2/3 of the way there. I mean, I'm not the best at math, but 365 days a year, you're getting really close to that. Okay. So much chat. Oh my goodness. What do you think about the chat? What do you and the chat think about a virtual walking club? The tools you need are a smartphone and Zoom and earphones with mic. Everyone gets encouraged by one another. Would we all have to walk at the same time, Professor Phil? Or is it a recording that everyone sort of participates in? On a globe. Let me tell you, every message you sent to the phone has not worked. But the email did. Let me see if I can pull it up here. This is the dog singing one. Is that what we're talking about? And it's coming across. Okay, so I've got your dog singing. I think you said they were responding to, I believe, coyotes. Let's see if I can bring this on here. Input 3 on. I wish I could hear the coyotes in the distance. I can't. There they go. Now they're in full chorus. Dogs are singing. Love that the low rumble too. That's awesome. So that one worked, Richard. Let's see. It's 45 degrees in Fort Myers, Florida. My condo is sporting 64 degrees. Glad to have a space heater. Man. Samantha Terry says, Roger, married 21 years, half my life. Good grief. Had I buried him in my garden, I'd been released by now. What are we doing this morning? Little Miss, there's not a lot happening that I can see. I just wanted to talk just a little bit and say good morning. Announce some of the things that are coming up on the channel as far as the speed increase, which is going to be fantastic for conversations and speed things up quite a bit. It would also allow me to not have any buffering issues that we've been having before. So doing my part to make things better for the new year. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of research on upcoming cases, still trying to chase down some FOIA requests. Let's see. 107.6 Fahrenheit in my South Australian town today. I've emptied the fridge and put a chair inside. Sometime alias, that is really warm. Is that like Adelaide area? South Australia. That's amazing. That's super warm. Christmas is lovely but busy. Okay, where was the comment about the walking? Let's see. Can I borrow a cup of ice? Ice is a rare commodity at 107 degrees. That's pretty nice. Courthouse in Orange County was closed Friday and today, so it won't be updated till soonest tomorrow. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. I was going to research their open hours, but it looks like they get an extended holiday as well. Fourth COVID, third pneumonia. You're a pro now. They're giving me some kind of cancer treatment infusion this time. I don't know. I just sleep a lot. Oh, my goodness, MB. That's not exciting. I've got a little bit of that going around in the neighborhood here as well. So, okay, we all walk at the same time. So, Professor Phil, what time would we have to walk? Because maybe I could do like a live stream during that. You could see me panting away trying to talk and walk at the same time. I gave Realtree socks to everyone because it was forecast to be so cold. And I gave my husband a pack of 12 work socks and then went to his drawer and threw away all his socks with holes. Is that what you're supposed to do when they have holes? I thought you just put them at the bottom of the drawer, Mom's in. And you just put the ones that don't have holes at the top. It makes them easier to reach. The kitten's very concerned about the doggy and the TV. Sorry, I think Richard's recording of his dog singing just triggered all the pets that are listening in. I set my thermostat to 64 when I want to get warm. 64 is a little chilly, Matthew. That's still a little chilly for me to just sit there in shorts and a t-shirt. Although if it's that warm outside, I'm fine with it if I'm in the sunlight. Everyone remember to keep your faucets dripping off if it's really cold. I had to do that. I had to stop by the church. They asked me to turn all the faucets on over there, so I ran over there and did that, which I didn't think was needed, but they asked me to do it. So because all the restrooms are on like a separate heater, and they're like 90 degrees inside the restrooms. It's like, well, I guess the pipes outside the restroom and under the building or something might freeze, but don't think I'd be walking at the same time. Too many different time zones and work schedules. Yeah, I feel really bad for like Abby, for all those over in Australia. You know, as we do our walks here in the middle of the day, and you guys are out in the middle of the night just trying to join us. That might be rough. Yes, correct guest, Adelaide. All right. Sometimes I only know that because my son spent a little while down there, and I knew that's the limit of my Australian geography knowledge, right there. So what we're going to do this week is wait for court to come back. That's all we really can do. There's a morning. Sorry, something orange pops up on my screen, and it's like squirrel, and I look over at it, and I lose my train of thought. Morning, everyone. Frozen in Florida, 46, so slow moving this morning. Yeah, Anne, are the iguanas falling out of the trees? That's my question. I've heard that once it gets too cold, they just sort of freeze and fall. I'm not sure if it kills them or if they just like are sort of really slow and not fast on their grip. Richard says, my son and his bride are on their delayed honeymoon in Thailand. It's the coldest time of the year, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got a friend who got married over in Thailand. His wife's over there. He still lives over here, so he goes back and forth. But yeah, they get some warm weather over there. Okay. For a big family white elephant gift exchange, everyone brings a pair of festive socks. I got a pair of dumpster fire socks. Dumpster fire, those are awesome. I wore my guitar socks yesterday. That's about as festive as my socks got. Although I did wear a tie to church with the 12 Geese a Lane type tie from the 12 Days of Christmas song. Have falling bats in Texas. I thought bats could survive like freezing. Or is that a joke, Matthew? I'm not sure. That's got some nice wool hiking socks and lined hiking pants, so me and the Squishmeister can get back on our walks. Iguana's pooping in the pool is similar, but not the same as falling out of a tree, Samantha Terry. Although I would take falling out of the tree if I had my choice. Received a Tracer 2 as a gift. It is awesome safety lighting. Man, what is it? Is it like an LED type armband type thing? Good morning, Shauna. Welcome. No iguana in your area, says Ann, especially because it's cold. They won't want to come anymore either. You doing a live stream with all the walkers able to do a chat would be awesome. 3 p.m. in the afternoon for you would be nice. 7 a.m. walk for us in Eastern Australia. All right, we'll try to figure that one out. Maybe my idea of walking would be walking with a metal detector. So we might have to head to a beach and do a metal detecting live stream while we walk. But I would be stopping every time there's a beep. So don't do what I do. Unless you also have a metal detector. Definitely have falling bats, not a joke. Does it kill them? Or is it just like they're sort of stunned because of the weather? Kevlar sleeves for work? Oh, okay. They're like scratch and bite proof type sleeves. So you're saving blood. Let's see. Killer drop bears in her gum trees. Sometime alias, I think I've heard this one before. The drop bear joke. I don't think I'm going to fall for that one because I think it's a joke. I'm pretty sure I've heard it before. It's a lightweight plastic tube vest. Okay. Well, that's just fascinating. All right, so trial-wise, we have pretty much nothing new today. I don't know of any trials that we're following that are live today. Just make sure. One last check. We did have a little bit. I was watching from Knoxville, the Knox stream. Had a couple things happening, but nothing super exciting. They were all pretty. I guess the cold weather has got the criminals, staying indoors and not really doing much. So that's good for all of us, but also bad for the show. So. Zombie by the Cranberries. There's a good song. It was 22 last night here in Louisiana. Brr, cold for this area. That's freezing. That is absolutely freezing. We had a similar temperature. We're up to 26 right now. So I'm hoping that the pipes are not freezing under my house because I do have a crawl space. Here in North Carolina, where I'm at, nobody has basements. I have a half basement that was sort of like dug out and then cemented after the fact. So that's rare. Most people just have a crawl space. And my crawl space is not like insulated. It's not heated anyway. So I was worried my pipes are going to freeze. Hypothermic shock. It's raining bats. Man. Lily, I'm back, but it's just a short one today because nothing's really happening. It's Boxing Day. Everyone's it's Boxing Day for half the world basically, and the rest of us, we just are regretting some of the dietary decisions we made yesterday during the Christmas feast season. But we're back, and we'll be back tomorrow as well. How's your Christmas? Can they recover? That's my question, Katrina. Do both the iguanas and the bats, if they fall out of a tree, if it's too cold, is it just slow blood? Because they're cold-blooded creatures, right? So they should be able to survive, just not really move very much. We could do a Fitbit group and do a team challenge. Anyone here can join. Does it work with the iWatch? I don't have a Fitbit, but I got an iWatch for my work a long time ago. Update on Sarah Boone case, and yes to Daybell idea. Okay. I was looking through. I know the who's the behavior panel guys. I know they did a good show on Sarah Boone. I was listening to that one of their take on the interrogation and on the things that they did wrong there. I'm not on board with everything they said, but it did just seem like a really sloppy interrogation. That they had opportunities to get her to say things that she might have said in the heat of the moment, or things that she wasn't going to say on a more guarded moment, and then they missed them. But Santa forgot to bring me my metal detector. Husband didn't really think I would really use it. Husband said for my birthday. Well, hopefully your birthday's soon, Pauline, because Santa just got on your naughty list. I think that's what just happened. It's just cold here, says Wombat Mummy. Do they really box on Boxing Day? I think it's like, don't we do like American football pretty much all through the Christmas season here in the U.S.? As far as boxing goes, I don't think so. It's referring to the box the gift comes in. Oh, Tina just sent me a video of falling iguanas. Okay, we're going to have to check this one really quickly. Link copied. Okay, let's see if we can get this to pull up. They've been putting mattresses under bridges so the bats don't hit the pavement, but they can recover with fluids and warmth. But it's not the sort of thing you want to pick up. I mean, bats can carry disease, right? It says my messages are open, but I cannot see them. I think my computer is protesting the cold weather because it's not. Oh, they're on the other screen. That's why. I was going to say it's not working, but it was, and I just didn't see it. Okay, here we go. Heads up, cold Florida weather means iguanas falling from trees. Let me bring this over here. Okay, here we go. And I think we've got audio too. So here we have our iguana. Let me get rid of the text for just a minute.
Temperatures have been dropping in South Florida, and so are the iguanas. When the temperatures dip
She's so excited
into the
about it.
40s, the lizards become stunned by the cold. And as reporter Parker Branton tells us, that's when they start falling out of their homes in those palm trees.
It's happening. Our local green invasive species are freezing up. The cold weather in South Florida stirring up the perfect recipe for iguanas to fall from the sky. Okay, maybe the trees, but still, watch your head. We're standing right beside a pond. There's some trees and brush in this area as well. This is a perfect paradise for iguanas, but not today. These cold temperatures are not treating them well. Let me show you this pair I found at the base of this tree. I call them husband and wife. Their bodies are cold stunned. I'll pick them up so you can take a closer look. You might even notice that their eyes are open. They're alive, just not able to move. When the temps get below 50, iguanas are sluggish. When they get below 45, that's when they go into that cold stunned state. How much they weigh also plays a factor. The skinny ones freeze first, but those 20-pounders that look like small dogs, they're likely to fight through the freeze.
Look like small dogs.
Now,
or
Florida
dragons.
Wildlife Conservation Commission is reminding everyone, do not bring the wild iguanas into your home or your car. The invasive species can recover quickly and can cause injuries with their claws, their sharp teeth, long nails, which they use to whip with their tails as well. Can you imagine?
They wake up eventually,
So
is
they
what
used
we're
to-
saying.
Can you imagine that?
To tear you to pieces.
No, don't want to be there for that.
I would freak out.
I would too, because like they're knocked out.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden it's like, they're back.
30 seconds in a
No,
warm
thank
car
you.
and suddenly you have a baby dragon on your hands.
The thing that's different about a Verbo vacation home,
Apparently we get some verbal
always have
information
to
too. All right. It's a real thing. It's sort of like a fainting goat. Matthew, you had a comment back here that said, let me bring that on. Oops, not that one. Yes, bats can carry disease, but so do children, and we still pick them up. I love it. Let's see. Michelle, I missed your comment. I agree. I don't understand why people ask for a lawyer before an interrogation. We watch her play cricket on shop on Boxing Day down in Australia. Let's see. I'm glad. It's good to know that they wake up. I mean, I'm sure it's not fun to fall out of a tree. The few times I've done it, I didn't enjoy it. I get like 3 out of 10. Would not recommend. But imagine a bat falling on pavement could injure it. I guess the iguana landing on grass is a little better, but I'm trying to picture a dog that looks like a large lizard. Yeah, I'm trying to picture what kind of dog is this, like Dalmatian, or is it a rat terrier, or is it more like a Great Dane? I mean, how big do these iguanas get, really? Ann says, I got my cup on Saturday. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Good to hear. I used to have 2 pet iguanas. I had one that liked to cling to my shoulder under my hair. I walked around the vet clinic like that. So there's a difference between pet iguanas and wild iguanas, right? But I've heard even pet iguanas, you sort of have to be careful around. Okay. All right. Well, tell you what. Let's take today as a day of rest and recovery, and maybe an early New Year's resolution to start exercising a little better after all the wonderful candy and sweets we ate yesterday. Iguanas just get warmed up as the day goes on, and then back up in the tree. Bats are mammals and therefore warm-blooded, so they can recover. Bats are mammals, but they can handle the cold-blooded ones. That cougher here in the background, that's my young one. It does not sound good. This is like day 5, and his cough's actually sounding better, but man. Let's see. They get huge. They're all over the seawalls. Some people ask for a lawyer before an interrogation because they didn't ask last time, and they learned a lot by not doing it. Yeah. The only time I've been interrogated, I was one of those, I didn't have anything to hide type things, but I would arguably, I would ask for a lawyer if even in that same situation next time. Back on the exercise wagon. I think we all have this this commitment, whether we're ready, Miss Chris, to start right now, or we're going to hold off till January just to get a few more days of gluttony in. I'm not sure, but good morning, Recovery Addicts. Good morning, Color Me Abstract. Good to have you here. We just had a little quick get together to make sure everyone survived the Christmas weekend and the weather that was just bizarre, freezing cold. Lots of our caves in Iowa are closed because of white noise syndrome found in bats. I've heard of white noise syndrome. I don't know what it is, but I've heard of this affecting bats and how dangerous it was to the whole bat population, how easily it can be spread, right? What... Grid terror in Oregon, echoes of North Carolina. Was this recently? Last Poet? Was this over the weekend? Did somebody attack the substations up there? Need to start logging a few more miles on my tennis shoes. Weird Christmas conversation of 22. Bats and lizards. Yeah, it's we go there too. Miss Chris says everybody's sick at your house. I'm sorry. We're mostly better here. I'm feeling much better myself. Let's see. Was somebody typing? Who's telling me about the bats white noise syndrome? MB, tell me a little bit about white noise syndrome. Like why would closing the caves help? I mean, I'm not sure. Are you closing the caves to bats or to people? White nose syndrome. Did I say noise? White nose syndrome. It actually looks like a white nose. White nose syndrome is an emergent disease of hibernating bats that has spread from the northeastern to the central United States at an alarming rate. Since 2007 and 2008, millions of insect-eating bats in at least 38 states have died from this devastating disease. What causes it? What is the cause? It's primarily transmitted from bat to bat. There's a strong possibility that it may be transmitted by humans inadvertently carrying the fungus from cave to cave on their clothing gear, so probably close to humans. And they might behave strangely inside and outside the cave where they hibernate during the winter. So this isn't just like frostbite on the nose type thing, because that's what it looks like. It's crazy. White nose syndrome. White noise, it just, I'm an audio guy. I hear white noise all the time with tinnitus. It's just like, it's in the background. Professor Phil says, recovery addict, I'm jealous. My young ones have all grown up and left home. On the plus side, I have grandchildren who bring me untold joy. And you can rile them up and have fun with them and then send them home. That's one of the benefits. Major congestion, coughing. Yeah, that's no fun. There's a fungus among us. All right. We have nothing pressing in the courts today, which means we all get a day off. Good morning, Arkansas. Glad you can make it here. Hope you and your wife had a fabulous Christmas. We get a day off, but we'll be back tomorrow. So I'm hoping tomorrow the first thing we're going to do is look and see if we get an update from Sarah Boone. From what happened on the 22nd, because that paperwork needs to be filed. I'm sure there's some sort of record. Something needs to be updated because the judge ordered his appearance, and I'm pretty sure he would have shown up. If he doesn't, we might be seeing something filed like a bad check mark on him. And maybe there's something already. Arcs and Magnet Fisher. Let's see. Sorry, a bit loopy this morning. Need coffee. It's early, and it's been a long weekend. See you, KQD. Movie time. Do enjoy. Have a wonderful holiday, festive movie. My son left the nest, but left his stuff here. He just went to his girlfriend's mom's house. Must not be sure of the relationship or no room there for his stuff. Yeah, usually when they leave the nest, they're supposed to take their stuff with them. Professor Phil, that's what's supposed to happen, or so I hear. I have not reached that stage yet. Matthew's going to hit the road, drive from East Texas all the way back to Lubbock. There's a long drive. Well, do have fun. Do drive safely. Maybe we'll check in the morning. I think we're going to call it. We've done roll call. Most of you survived. There's a couple people I didn't see here, but we'll give them a pass for a day because it's still the holiday season. But thank you so much for all the well wishes, for all the Merry Christmas wishes and Happy New Year's and just little chit chats we had back and forth about what you like about the channel and how long you've been here and you found it and things like that. I just had a really good time talking with so many of you over the weekend. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the mods. Thank you to everybody who's been here. We'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a little more true crime to discuss. If not, we're going to probably dig up a cold case during this cold season to discuss. But we'll figure out from there. So thank you very much. We'll see everybody in the morning. Stay warm. Do that. Stay safe. Give everyone a hug just to warm them up. Just share a little warmth with somebody that way. Smile at someone, make the day a little bit better. And stay safe and warm till tomorrow. We'll see you guys at 9 a.m.